All right, should be good here. All right. Oh, a third ad. Cool. All right. Well, that's not loading, I suppose. All right, Steelers need to have a drive here to have a good end of the half. Down 10-3, they have it at their own 9. Big run, 1st and 10 at the 24. What's up, Kevin? All right, for some reason, nothing. Browser ain't working too good. Well, that's annoying. Second and 9, they gain a yard. It's the 2-minute warning. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, good for the Lions. It was a good win. That site sucks too. Let's see. Oh, now it's working. There we go. All right, 2nd down and 9 will be coming up. It's at the Pittsburgh 25. Well, I mean, yeah, tomorrow that's not that crazy. Why would it be? Why is it crazy? What's up, Fernando? What's crazy about it? Yeah, it's good for the Lions. That's a good run to be on. Keep winning games. Keep putting yourself in better positions. Even in a bad year, you still won 500. So, I don't know. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, we did pretty good this year, 14-3. Bullshit ass Broncos. Oh well. We'll still host the majority of our playoff games. I thought that they would wait until Black Monday, but I guess they. Yeah, I mean, it's most teams will just fire the guys tomorrow or tonight. It's not that big a deal when it happens. DeJohn Raheem Morris was definitely always out the door. I don't really care. Just cool to be back in the playoffs and hosting a game. It's pretty sweet. Hopefully we can beat the Chargers. We should be able to beat them. If we've got Landry and Spillane both back, I think we should be good. What's up, Jake? Yeah, I mean Stafford could win the MVP, or it could be May. Who knows? Ah, well, that's a tough one. You never know. We could get the Monday game. I'm sure there are good coaches. Not like everybody sucked at oh, they're revealing a hell. That's good. That's good. 2nd and 9 coming up for the Steelers. Yeah, I don't care. We'll eventually win the MVP with May. If they have to give it to Stafford because of a Lifetime Achievement Award, it's like whatever. I just don't really agree with the idea that a third place team should win MVP, especially when that third place team was in first place the majority of the season, and then in the last 3 weeks blew it. I don't know. I'm indifferent to who wins. The Ravens, I guess. I don't know. I guess the Steelers because they'd be an easier team to beat in the playoffs. I don't know. Like Stafford had a great year statistically, but not much better than May. Damn, look at Rodgers go all the way to the Pittsburgh 45 with 1:46 to go. Tired of Rodgers, so you're rooting for the Ravens. You may want the Steelers. He needs to retire. I mean, yeah, that's probably the plan after the year. I don't know. Probably neither. Fucking Baltimore and Pittsburgh. It's both disgusting. I don't know. It's like, I don't know, Maryland or Pennsylvania women. DJ's like, that's a pretty good point. Like a Cali 4 is a Pennsylvania 10, you know? Rodgers got wheels. Rodgers said he wants to play one more. Oh, boy. Poor Bills, they will officially be 0-5 on the run of the playoffs after they play the Jags. You think they're going to lose to Jacksonville? I don't. I hope they do. Boy, if the Bills lose and the Texans lose, our path to the Super Bowl is wide open. The best outcome for us is the Texans and the Bills lose. If that happens, I think we're going to the Super Bowl, boys. I don't think there's anyone who could beat us out of them groups. It's rough, Jacob. I know you've held the Ravens 10 points. It looks like they're doing good. Gonna stand a chick with a New England accent. Yeah, I've heard Massachusetts women aren't the hottest either. Jacks have a good run defense. If you kill the run, the Bills lose. That's true. Patriots are about to have a good run defense themselves. Josh Allen's never won on the road in the playoffs. Really? Yeah, but you only gave up 10 points, so I don't know, and the game could be tied. It seems like your defense is doing a good job. It's like people with the Patriots defense today. People were like on Twitter were like, our defense is so bad. It's so bad. Did you see those 2 drives where we didn't look unstoppable? It's like, no, I saw us just do really well despite Milton having his first game back in a month. We shut the run down, completely dominated it. We'd been getting gashed by nobodies in the run game for the last fucking month. We shut that shit the fuck down today. And then we're getting Spillane back for the playoff game. I think our defense is just fine. Well, everyone thinks you're supposed to get shutouts or something, or else your defense is bad. It's like a retarded way to look at the way that it's played. As long as you win and you don't give up a shitload, if you don't give up 20 points, your defense played great. That's the reality. Like if you give up less than 20, 100%, you should win that football game. If you don't, it's all on your offense why you lost. Even if your defense gave up a game-winning touchdown and you were up 13-10, and they give up a touchdown and you lose 16 or 17-10, that's on the 13. That's on the offense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't care if you give up 800 yards of total offense and you give up 10 points. That's a good game of defense. Ben, don't break, my boy. Let them kill the clock and not score. What a bunch of idiots. And hell, if our run defense is good, we can make we make them one-dimensional with not that great of receivers compared to our defensive backs. Like what? Carlton Davis on Quentin Jefferson? That's easy. Gonzalez on, who's their number one? Is it fucking Keenan Allen at this point? A 40-year-old man at week 19? Okay. I'm sure he's ready to go. He's older than Diggs. Ladder Keenan. All right, yeah, that ain't fucking shit. We'll put Marcus Jones on one of them and fucking Gonzo on the other. I don't really think it's going to be that. I think we have them pretty well figured out for offense. Now, their defense ain't bad, so we'll have to figure that out, but I think we'll have an answer. West Coast team in the bitter cold of New England. Yeah, I know. It's getting 15 seconds to go, by the way. Steelers took their last timeout. It is first and goal. Seattle's offense wasn't overly impressive against the Niners, but I mean, I was going to say, they also play the 49ers all the time, so. Darnold in the playoffs. We'll see. He didn't choke in the game this year against his division opponent. He actually beat him, you know, instead of what he did against the Lions in that last regular season game. Yeah, see, Kevin, what did I tell you? Does this season even hurt at all compared to what happened in the NFC Championship game a couple of years ago? I bet you the answer is not even close. What did I tell you? Why do you think losses mean nothing to me? I bet you didn't even feel that bad after a single loss this year. Even when you got eliminated, it was like, dang. I bet you're like, oh, that is true. Holy shit, that is crazy. Telling you, Kevin, no loss will ever hurt worse than the big ones. You'll be just fine. Just wait till your team ever loses a Super Bowl. Don't know where Rodgers threw that ball. Third and goal. I respect a team like Detroit going out the way they did today. They said, we don't give a fuck about it. Because they don't really need the draft that bad. They just need to have a decent pick to get a tackle. It's like, there's plenty of tackles in the middle of the draft that they can just reach on. They're fine. They can trade back if they want to, trade up if they need to. Yeah, they got one more here that they can play with. What's up, JR? I guess the Steelers, because I picked out that's a PI in the back of the end zone. I'm shocked that they're actually going to call that, though. The Raiders beat the Chiefs and still kept the number one. Yeah, I saw the Raiders ended up winning that game. What a nice way for the Raiders to end the season. I think I'll go Steelers. What about you, JR? You're going for the points. I don't want to feel the pet pain about losing to Super Bowl, and we agree we have the 14 instead of 13. There you go. That's what I mean. You're still a top 15 pick. You still have a really good pick, actually. Raiders. I think it's Raiders, Titans. I don't really know the Jets. Is that the top three? Is that 1, 2, and 3? I don't. The Jets have like 8 number 1 picks this year. I know the Giants fucked themselves. I don't know why they won that game. Ravens only because your buddy a diehard Steeler fan. Hell yeah, there you go. That's a hilarious way to be. Oh my God, they decided to go for it and they didn't get it. What the fuck was that? Pittsburgh gets the ball at the second half must be the only reason. Why didn't they just run the ball? Like up the middle, why did they do that shit? Yeah, just power run it in. Even the Ravens players are laughing. They're like, what the fuck was that? If you're going to throw it, at least throw it into the end zone. That was a ridiculous call. They legit might fire this man if they don't win this football game. You're not a bandwagon there. JR, that's fair. I will say at this point, KC's lost a decent amount of fans this year. Yeah, Tomlin just looks. That was a terrible call. If they lose the game by 3 points, like if they lose this game by a field goal, it's like because of this decision right here. It's like, oh man, that's what I was just saying, Cheeto. Like that's a terrible call. But yeah, that's cool. I've been my whole life I dealt with being called a bandwagon Pats fan, because I'm not from the Massachusetts area. I'm from Michigan. Not knowing that that's probably one of the most popular teams in the state, but yeah, I was a bandwagon fan at about 9 when I became a Patriots fan after the Panthers-Patriots Super Bowl. I just picked the winning team as my favorite. Yeah, no, trust me, Chiefs aren't as big as they used to be. Schedule coming, yeah. I'm keeping my eyes open for the schedule for the playoffs. See Pete Carroll play action. Nah, the Pete Carroll call, I'll defend him with my life. I think it was a good call. A lot of people don't think so, but I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea to mix it up. Did you know? Marshawn, I'm a Patriots fan through and through. It's been a good year. We're finally back. That was a rough 5 years. I guess it was really only a bad 4 years because the first year, when we got Mac, things were pretty sweet. That first year, everything was coming up pretty sweet. And then Mac, we lost McDaniels, and Mac turned into a pumpkin, and everything sucked ass for a while. And then we brought in the devil, and that got even worse. See, since you're a Chiefs fan, we can laugh about this together. You're one of the few people who can. How funny is it, my friend, that the NFL went from us to you, and if we win the Super Bowl this year, it's basically back to us. It's been a fun decade of just our two teams dominating the NFL. Because if you look back 5 years ago or 10 years ago, we were the best team in football. And then for 5 years, we just, it's like, if you look at the last decade of the NFL, it's like Patriots, Chiefs, with the Eagles twice. It's a very weird situation. And like the Rams and the Bucks. It's like, those are the championships. What's up, Stud? Nice to see you, man. Matt criticizing Belichick when Belichick then stopped. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. I was a bandwagon fan because I went to the Pats because they always won. The funny thing is that I actually made fun of this school friend because she was a Pats fan. Then suddenly you went with the Pats. Oh, damn. I hope they, the NFL is rigged for a team that the NFL fucking hates. 2016, I was a Pats fan because of the Super Bowl comeback. That's fair. When Brady left, you stay with the thing. You've been on hiatus. I feel you. Dolphin season was rough. But hey, if you guys move on from Tua, I think Quinn Ewers is actually a better option for you guys. He looks like he could be a guy in this league. And by the way, I have almost proof that I've been a Quinn Ewers guy since I saw him as a number one prospect coming out of high school. I was like, oh shit, Quinn Ewers is going to be a guy in the NFL. And of course he plays for the fucking Dolphins. Sunday at 7? Oh, I haven't seen the schedule yet. We got Sunday Night Football? Look at the fucking Patriots, boys. They gave us the best slot. No way. We got Sunday Night Football. We got the primetime. Look at that. The old New England. Oh, I see it now. I just got it. Yeah, look at that, dude. Look at the New England Patriots. We're all the way. What's up, AK? We're primetime football on Sunday. It's the New England Patriots world, everybody. The NFL has fixed itself a little bit. Oh, boy, this is awesome. Chicago and Green Bay are Saturday night. Then it's Rams, Panthers on Saturday. Then Green Bay, Chicago. Sunday, I missed it. Son of a bitch. We're so back. And then Monday Night Football will be the Texans versus the winner of this game. Yeah, we're a very good primetime team as well. Look at the McCourty. The fucking Devin McCourty's trying to be really calm about this whole thing. He's like, we got the best game slot. Pats are very back. Bills game is first on. Okay, it's Bills versus Jaguars, then Eagles. $49ers? Is that what that was? Or Eagles Rams? It's on Discord. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, I can just look then that way. Yeah, okay. Eagles, 49ers, Eagles, Bills. Okay. It's pretty good. We've got the Rams versus the Panthers. That'll be a fun game. I got the Rams right away. Packers, Bears. Oh boy, that's a weirdly tough football game to call. I don't know actually off the top here. I'm gonna open this in a different open link. I have to do everything so complicatedly. All right. There we go. The NFL season went by. Yeah, it went by way too fast. Great scheduling. Wouldn't it be funny if the Panthers win again? It would be. The Bears versus Panthers or the Packers versus the Bears is an oddly tough game to try to figure out. Because I'm leaning on the Packers winning this game. It just kind of depends on how healthy the Packers are for this game. They should be pretty well rested now. And I kind of don't trust Ben Johnson in a playoff game. But we'll see. I think playoff experience is critical, which is why I'm a little worried about the Patriots, but not a lot, and I can explain why later on. All of these teams except the Patriots have a decent amount of playoff experience. However, I think it's legitimately like Drake May that is the only one without playoff experience in the NFL on the team. The rest of the roster, I think, has been in a playoff game. Or like some of the older players anyway. We have like Milton Williams, who has good pedigree and championship experience. Diggs has been in plenty of big playoff games, so I don't think we'll be all right. Yeah, they got Trayvon Diggs. Yeah, we have good coaches who have been through like Super Bowls and playoffs and coached in, like, you know, Vrabel's good at coaching, so this is going to be a tough one, though. I think we'll win because, again, we have a long-standing history versus the Chargers in the playoffs. Something happens. Some magic happens, and the Chargers turn to dust against us come playoff time. and they always forget about it. There has never been a moment where a Chargers fan, until after the game, goes like, fuck, we never beat these guys in the playoffs. It's like they forget about it until it happens. I'm telling you. Like, here's a fun history. Patriots versus Chargers playoff record all time. The Patriots have also owned the Chargers in the playoffs throughout the 21st century with a 3-0 record. Last meeting was a 41-28 win for the Patriots in the AFC Divisional. Yeah, and this was a game where out of nowhere, we had never, like, that whole season, that was the year we won the Super Bowl against the Rams when we had, like, the worst offense ever that year. Out of nowhere, we dropped 41 points on the Chargers. Every single person thought we were about to get destroyed by the Chargers that year. They're like, the Patriots just can't score no points. So remember that this narrative around this game has been the same every single time we've played them. LaDainian Tomlinson and Rivers, and then when we just played them again with whoever the fuck we beat, 41-28. It's been 3 straight times, and it's the same narrative every single time we play the Chargers. It's very bizarre that it happens. And it's like the Patriots aren't good enough to beat the Chargers. It's like, all right. This is a really good game, Eagles versus Niners. I have no idea who's going to win this game. Because both of these two teams feel like the kind of game where it's like, what team shows up? What version of each team shows up? Still 3 minutes. Like it could be, like, if the Eagles show up a full team, they'll win the game. But if they show up all shitty and the Niners show up complete, they'll win the game. Like, both teams show up complete, I don't know who. Like, I'll probably still lean Eagles. Have a great run defense, but yeah, the offense is enough to get shut down by the defense. But the Eagles' defense is enough to shut down, I think, this 49ers offense that's really dependent on the run. And I like, Yeah, well, the Niners are very inconsistent because of the injuries. I probably just got the Bills. But I don't know. I have to think about this game, too. I got the Texans. I got the Texans very comfortably against either one of these. Actually, if the Steelers win, they'll beat Houston. And I say that because nobody will think that they have any ghost shot of hell of beating Houston. And the only way the Steelers win games usually is when nobody thinks they have a ghost shot in hell of winning. That's what I believe will happen in that game. If it's the Ravens, they get bodied by the Texans. I'm talking embarrassed. But because everyone, it'd be like a 50-50 thing. And kind of, but like, I feel like Houston with expectations always shits their pants. And it's a funny kind of franchise curse. Interesting. That'll be fun. That's a fun schedule. Yeah, you don't want to fall too far behind a really good team. I don't know. It's interesting. It's super, super interesting. By the way, I hope the Bills lose because I also think the Patriots would beat the Jaguars as well. Believe it or not. If the Texans somehow got upset and so did the Bills, if both of those two teams lose the next week, do you know how happy I'd be? Because I'm not afraid of anyone else, but really the Houston Texans defense, not their offense at all. And the Bills, just because it's a 50-50 game with them and us. It's a literal toss-up. People say the Bills will be massive favorites, but it's like, that game's going to be a last possession game. Just like every game that they've played since Drake May's been the quarterback. They barely beat us in Drake's first game. We beat them in the second time because they didn't play Josh. We didn't play Drake, so it doesn't count. We won the first one this year by a possession, like by literally by the skin of our teeth. They beat us by the skin of their teeth. You know what I mean? It's not like these have been blowouts in any direction. Like it's a very close game between these two teams right now. No, they won't fire McDermott. There's genuinely no reason to. If anything, they'd fire their GM, but I doubt that as well. You know, I that would be a really bad mistake to fire Sean. As much as I joke about it, I think he's a very, very good head coach. That'd be a bad idea to fire that guy. Because I know what'll happen with that franchise. The wheels will fall the fuck off. Because I know what that team's like without what they were like when he wasn't there. Jehu, we know what they were like pre-McDermott. That was a shithole franchise. That man built them a new stadium. He ain't going nowhere. And he shouldn't. He's a good young head coach. He's like a young guy still. What is he, like 61 years old? If that, what is he, like 55? And he's basically built, like, he literally built the Buffalo Bills as you see them. They're never going to fire that man. That'll be a first down carry. Second down in about, I don't know, 3. They have to rebuild a little bit. That's fine. They won't get rid of McDermott to do so. Yep. Final 2 quarters of the regular season. Game 272. It's always bittersweet. Rodgers hands it off on a second down and 1, and they get a first down, a little extra. Hopefully I'm not too far behind. I think I am by a little bit, but there's not much I can do about the stream I'm watching. You're on cue. Nice. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. First and 10. Rodgers steps up, throws. That's a questionable no flag, but all right. It'll be 3rd and 10 or 2nd and 10. Bum bum. Kevin's got the fastest TV on the planet. He's like, yeah, I pay for extra fast cable. You get past all those conservative bylines that block you from the real good TV speed. Well, yeah, TV is always going to be faster. There's only like a 10-second delay from the actual game when you're watching it on antenna. How is that not a flag too? Holy shit. That's at least 2 flags that should have been thrown on one drive to the pass. And I'll never defend people like Aaron Rodgers. And oh, Kyle Hamilton just got a concussion. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, YouTube TV. Oh, I didn't know YouTube TV was fast. I didn't know they had they played ball like that. Shit. Lancashire Stadium. Yeah, yeah. I saw the hit. It's really surprising there wasn't a flag on that throw, because it's like that looked like a pretty catchable ball until he got tackled mid catch. Hey, we have 10 likes. That's pretty good. We had double digits. Need another Jackson passing touchdown and 30 more yards from Henry for a little $50. Nice. Only bet 5. That'd be a good win. Buy to win 50. Was it like a decent sized parlay? You can watch 4 things at once and use the app on your phone and watch TV. Oh, nice. Oh, because like you can use the app and then like drag it over to the TV or whatever if you got a smart TV. If you got a, can you imagine if like, yeah, I'm gonna still call things smart TV. Do you have like a smartwatch? Even though now it's just like a watch, and everyone expects the watch to be like a smartwatch. Or if you say like phone, everyone expects it to be a smartphone. TV, similar thing. Isn't that funny how that like that descriptor went away pretty quick? And now the standard is the fact that it should be an intelligent device rather than like the old way. And now like when you refer to it, it's like, no, I have just a normal or non-smart device, which is kind of funny. Moneyline Ravens live bet early. Nice, that's not too bad. Use Roti. See, but your TV has smart TV capability. The TV I have in front of me that I use for a monitor has no ability to be a smart television. It was just before the smart TV, boom. Actually, it's just a computer monitor. Never mind, this one's just my monitor. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. Rodgers throws. He gets a first down. That was a nice play. Fryermuth with a nice catch to the Baltimore 41. You think Rodgers is off a perk right now? Off the perk 30. Apparently, the Patriots defensive lineman Corey Durden was caught on another hot mic. He said, "Shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Y'all down 28 points, bitch." Because the Dolphins players started talking shit during the game. Very funny. You ever try streaming on Kick? No, I haven't. I thought about it, but like, you know, I don't know if I fit the culture in Kick. And I'm not a big supporter of I don't know. Never thought about it. Because again, I could probably just multi-stream. But all the multi-streaming services kind of suck. I thought Rodgers was going to take the flag and throw it right at... No, I think he's cool with Hamilton. I think Rodgers... That would have been kind of funny. Or if it was like $15 and they have their own channels. Yeah, my dad has Roku, I think. Did he catch that? What a snag by 16. Is that little Scotty Miller? Oh, Adam Thielen. Dog, yeah, that was as close to old Aaron Rodgers as we've seen in a long time. That was a perfect throw. Yeah, I'd look into it, JR. I know a couple people who stream on there, and they're all good people. I just have to look at the app. I think I've made an account. I probably have an account on this site. I just haven't ever streamed on it. The money isn't ever the concern, though. It's, you know what I mean? A lot of this is just a hobby I like doing. If I wanted to do YouTube a little more serious, I probably wouldn't have a bong in the background of my stream. I probably would make videos like 3 times a week and actually like try when I make video. Instead of just recording myself in one take going, all right, we'll just have to get it all. Yeah, I'm just chilling. I mean, my channel's all monetized and stuff. But yeah, it's a hobby, you know. If I got the time, I'll do it. I have no real desire to be a social media person. I wouldn't probably handle a big... if my audience got any larger, if I started to get a big thing, got into like the 6-digit number of people, I think I wouldn't be able to... I think I'd get in a lot of trouble with some of this shit I pop off about. Or eventually I would. And then I'd lose it all, and then I'd have nothing going for me anymore. I'd be like, fuck. I need some anonymity before. Yeah, but I also don't want to be a LOL cow, and I've kind of got that thing where I tend to react and respond to everybody. That's not good. No, I don't want any of that. We're at a perfect size. Fourth and 1. They're gonna go for it again. Hasn't worked at all. If they'd have kicked field goals, they'd be down by a point right now. Yeah, exactly. Well, not really anymore. Canceling kind of ended. Oh, looks like they're going to give him the first. Both refs are at the same spot. They're giving him a first down. That'll be a first down for the Steelers. It actually worked this time. 1st and 10. Hey, we hit double-digit likes. Look at that. We're popular as shit. Thank you guys very much. If you haven't left one yet, consider doing so. It does help out the stream quite a bit. 1st and goal at the 1. I forgot. They don't use Rodgers to do those sneaks. I forget about that. Hamilton's being carted out. He's definitely got a concussion. And they do it again. I think they might be in. There's a flag, though. It's on Baltimore. I think he was offsides. Kind of looked like it. Oh, he's in. All right, touchdown. It's a tie game pending the extra point. 41. It's on Baltimore, yep. Decline, touchdown. He's 42. Sheesh. At the same age, Tom Brady threw like for nearly 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns almost. As a comparison. If you look up Tom Brady's stats at 42, it's like 4,800 yards and like 48 touchdowns. And they didn't give him the MVP because Aaron Rodgers had a worse season that year than he did the year prior and somehow got a back-to-back MVP because they hate Tom Brady in the media and in the NFL world. Makes me sick to my stomach. Are they going for 2? Is Boswell hurt? Oh, never mind. Okay, I thought they were going for 2. And it's 10-10. Connor Hayward with a touchdown. Sheesh. Hey, we got a tie game. It's 10-10. Doesn't that make what Brady was doing late in his career fucking crazy? Like, we're watching Aaron Rodgers, who was considered the greatest arm talent in NFL history by most people. And I'll even contend that he's got one of the greatest arms the NFL's ever seen. It's probably number 1 or number 2 to this point, right? Just in terms of like just kind of arm talent, right? Just like ability to throw from any angle, from whatever, as far as he can, as hard as he can, the near pinpoint accuracy for the most part. And his arm is gone compared to what it once was. Tom never lost that shit. It was the same arm for 24 years. Could throw it about 55, 60 yards. Not ever the tightest perfect spiral, but it was pretty good. Much better than whenever the fuck Peyton Manning was out there throwing. You know who threw the ugliest pass in NFL history is Peyton Manning. He was just disturbingly accurate and made every great read possible. I'm telling you, go look at the throws Peyton Manning made. Ugliest throw you'll ever see, like ever. It's just a dog shit arm. He could throw it far, but like, oh boy. That like an ugly, wobbly boy. Every time you see like an all-time Peyton Manning throw, the ball's going like this through the air, it's just wobbling. It's like, what the fuck? Why can't he throw it spiral well? What is he doing? I had a theory when I was younger that he reads things so fast that his brain and hand can't communicate at the same speed, and the ball just rips out when he sees something, and it fucks up the ability to throw a perfect spiral. I genuinely believe that, because one of Peyton's like best abilities was the ability to like read a defense and predict a defense and kind of like anticipate throws. So you'd see like all the pre-play stuff that was obvious, but then like you'd see him out there and just like completely like computer man analyzing a defense. And then like as soon as he like read it, you'd see his arm almost like lurch the ball forward. And I think it fucked his throwing up just a little bit. And that's why he always throw those weird wobbly passes. I think his brain worked faster than he could get his body to work. And I think that's also why he fucked his arm up, because imagine like I don't, it's very hard to describe what I hope I'm making it kind of clear, where it's like his arm would like automatic jerk and throw the ball before his brain would like compute with the throw to make it like a clean, even pass. I don't know. Yeah, he's very good. He's very good at what he does. He's very good at reading defenses. He's probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest all-time pre-snap quarterback, him or Tom. That's part of the reason why they're like the first and third greatest quarterbacks of all time, is the fact that they could read defenses the way they could pre-snap, during the snap, and like analyze it as quick as they could, like in like microseconds. It was unbelievable what they both could do. We'll probably never see that again, which is really sad to think about. This could end up, but I don't know. We have really good young quarterbacks. We've got like Trevor Lawrence, who's starting to take that developmental step. Drake May looks like he could take a few steps and become a really, really fun guy to watch. Mahomes can't read a defense. That sucks. Josh Allen can't read defenses. Lamar, Goff can, but he's just limited. Stafford's really good at reading a defense now, but he's fucking out the door. Rodgers can read defenses, but he's out the door. You know what I mean? It's kind of sad. Yeah, amazing young quarterback. He'll get used to it. Wish we could have another Brady so we can see Brady versus Manning since... Oh, yeah. Oh, that might be roughing. Did they whistle that dead? Third and 10 coming up. There's an injured Steeler on the field. Is that why nobody wouldn't pick that ball up? Because that looks like it should have been a fumble. Never mind. It was just when it was live, it looked like the ball got hit out of his arm, and he clearly threw it. Kind of. From that back angle, it looks the same thing. It looks like the ball got popped out. No, I don't know. I think his oldest son is a basketball guy more than a football guy. Third and 9 coming up here for the Ravens. Ramsey was the injured Steeler. I was gonna say, I think his son plays basketball. Jack Moynihan or whatever, however you say it. Everyone's like, he doesn't go by Brady. It's like, yeah, I wouldn't either. No offense to Tom. If I wanted to play professional sports, I would have a big trouble going by. No, I guess if I wasn't gonna play football, I think the Steelers just picked it off. Yes, they did. Wow, dude. Wow, tip pick interception. What a play. TJ Watt, fresh off of lung surgery. That's it. Give him Defensive Player of the Year. Do you think that play right there is enough to make him and his brother cry all off season about not winning Defensive Player of the Year? I don't think so. Want to know why? I don't think so. Mahomes has a son, right? Who's what, a year old? I think when Mahomes' little boy is 4 to 5 years old, he's going to retire. I think that because unlike a lot of these other psychos that play football like Brady, I don't think football is as important to Patrick Mahomes as his family actually is. I think once his kid's old enough to kind of like be aware of what's going on, I think he's going to dip out and go be a parent. And I say that because he's already a Hall of Fame. Unless he really wants to pass Tom Brady up and win more Super Bowls than Brady, which isn't at all a guarantee because his team's about to be rebuilding for a little while. No, he has a wife that he's been dating since he was 15. He's deeply in love with that woman, and they have 3 very lovely little kids together, and it seems like they've built quite a nice life together. And his wife is a very successful lady as on her own. No, I don't think so. I don't see Mahomes lasting that long. Plus, he plays a very physical style of football where he's already got wear and tear injuries that he probably shouldn't have. He's got like a perpetually bad knee. But even like, I hope maybe the ACL surgery will help his knee out big time, because it's not good. Like his knee is not great. Like, and the way he plays isn't conducive to a long style of football, to a long career unless he kind of calms it down. But his play style doesn't really say stand in the pocket and throw. That's part of the reason why Rodgers ain't quite what he used to be. But who knows? Maybe Mahomes is a psycho and plays another 10 years. I kind of doubt it, but we'll see. He just doesn't have that vibe. Because he's got nothing left to prove except if he just wants to be considered the all-time GOAT. But it's like, you're already like top 6, dude. You're already up there. Depending on how you finish, you'll probably finish at least number 3. Because there's also a good shot with Mahomes that he doesn't play anymore. Or like that's it. That's the winning. Like we saw it all. Because I think by the time they're good again, which will be a year or 2, how long is Andy Reid going to last? What's up, Choppa? What'd you tell us? Third and 2. You should have started Tyler Huntley. Probably. Lamar looks off. Yeah, we'll see. I hope Mahomes plays long enough that as long as he's able and wants to. But I don't know if we're gonna see him at 40 years old still playing pro football. Not to mention Mahomes is also like nearly a goddamn billionaire, I think. So again, at some point the hunger maybe dies. He's an incredibly wealthy person already. 3rd down and 2 coming up for the Steelers. They took a timeout. They have 2 remaining. I mean, he's good. He's just not great. Especially not this year. Yeah, Tom was a psychopath. He only cared about football. He straight up gave up a happy life to just play football in his 40s in Tampa Bay. He could have retired after that Patriots Super Bowl with the against the Rams. Rode off into the sunset. But that complete psycho is like, I got to keep playing. No, I think his passing numbers will be passed up pretty soon. He lost his step, maybe. You're a Chiefs fan, Jay? Oh yeah. You need at least a receiver or 2. I really do think your receiving core is a hot ass, and that's a big problem for your team. And the Steelers will settle for a field goal. It looks like they'll go up 13-10. Boswell probably won't miss from here. 4:31 to go in the 3rd. Line, yes, that's going to be a huge one. Actually getting a running back would be very helpful for Lamar. And actually getting a wide receiver 1 would be important. Because Rashee Rice is good. He's not a wide receiver 1. That's what I mean. He's not. He can't be the guy. With Kelsey kind of having like the reason it worked with Kelsey and him was because Kelsey was still the wide receiver one, right? Like so with Kelsey, it's like okay, he's gonna take the dominant like defensive backs. He's gonna take the best coverage. Now he's too old. So when Rice is on the field, now it's Rice's wide receiver one. I don't think he's built for that kind of like attention. And Xavier Worthy's just kind of like Tyquan Thornton, like you know what I mean. Thornton's not that great. He drops everything for the most part. He's improved for you guys, but he's not that great. I don't know. You just need a wide receiver one to come up, and I'm sure with like. Also, you guys are in cap hell this coming up year, aren't you? It's probably Vinny, yeah. Yeah, Worthy took a major step back this year, I thought. I don't know, you guys got to fire Matt Nagy too. Just get rid of that guy. He fucking sucks. The cap is an issue, I think, for you guys. You guys may have to just take a shit year this coming up. Just take a flyer. It's not that big a deal. Patriots went fucking nearly a decade between Super Bowl wins. That's what makes the Patriots dynasties the two separate dynasty runs very funny. It's like dynasty, nothing. Dynasty. We went undefeated and lost I think we lost 2 Super Bowls in that time period, but you know. Yeah, I don't know. Plus, I don't know if Tyreek Hill is gonna still be good. He's got great hands and he's fast, but if he's not fast anymore, I've never seen Tyreek Hill break a tackle. Like if he's still fast, he's good to go and play in the NFL. But if he's not fast, he's like good for a catch and then he's immediately down. Again, I like Tyreek Hill when he's not doing his off the field shenanigans. Because he's one of the all time fastest. Like he's probably one of the greatest fast guys who are just so fast. Usually can't catch the ball like Tyreek Hill. He's probably, as far as like pure speed receivers, like top 3 all time. As far as like all time like fast guy receivers, because usually they're like Tyquan Thornton or Xavier Worthy or that one guy that came out of TCU. They always come out of TCU. Yeah, and like they can't really break tackles, but they run like 4-2. They can't catch the ball. They can't play corner because they can't tackle anybody. They can do kick returns, but again, it's like they can't break tackles, so what's the point? Again, Tyreek Hill is in that category, and he might be the best version of that in NFL history. But he can't break tackles and shit, so it's like, I don't know. If he doesn't have that speed anymore, he's useless. Darren Sproles was actually able to sometimes break tackles. These are like strict receivers. And they're all just glass cannon fast guys. Dante Hall, kind of. He's a decent example. Worthy's an example of this guy. He's going to turn into that, I think. But Worthy kind of can break tackles a little bit, but again, the greatest example of what I'm talking about is Tyreek Hill. Small receiver, unbelievable speed. Usually they got shit hands, but Tyreek's got the best hands I've ever seen for this build and for that combo. Usually, like as fast as they are, they give them shitty hands just to kind of nerf the like combo of it. Most of the time, they only have problems with their hands is because the defensive backs are able to keep up a little bit with them and fuck them up. And Derrick Henry runs ahead and gets a first. Sanders was good at football. Like, he could actually tackle people and shit like that every so often. Yeah, I'm talking about the NFL. I don't much care for college football stuff. I'm just going to be honest, JR. I don't care what people do in college. Because in the NFL, I've never have seen Tyreek Hill break a tackle. And I'm not even trying to be mean to Tyreek. What's up, Fernando? What's with the woe? It's just, again, he's maybe one of the better receivers I've ever seen. But that fucking the wind knocks that man down. It seems. I've seen him. Okay, I will correct myself. I've seen him bounce off of tackles. Like just kind of randomly, he'll just like someone will go to tackle him, and he just kind of bounces and stays on his feet. No, I don't watch a lot of Chiefs games. I'll be honest. There was a period of time where I used to point out things that Mahomes has trouble with, and everyone would call me a hater. And then, like at the end of the season, we'd hear Mahomes talk about the things he had trouble with, and it would be all the things I talked about. And it would always be like, the first year that he won the Super Bowl, right? The whole year, I kept saying, I'm like, I really don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't think he's reading the defense. I think he's just throwing it. And everybody thought I was insulting the guy and being like kind of shitty about it. And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just being honest. He can't read defenses. And then like at the Super Bowl celebration, he's like, I can't even read defenses. And I was like, and everyone kind of went, shit, I was pretty right about that. It's like, guys, it's very obvious. He just throws it deep to Tyreek or to Travis. He's a second-year starter or a third-year starter. You really think he can read a defense? No, he's just... Yeah, he literally made a joke about it, and I was just like, guys, it's not even... People took that as like a weird insult to say like he can't read a defense when it's like, it's not an insult. It's just an honest-to-God truth. Some guys never figure it out. But Mahomes has the arm where he kind of doesn't need to figure it out. Someone like Tom Brady or Peyton Manning did not have the arm to fuck around like that. A lot of these young quarterbacks have the arm to fuck around like that. That's why they don't really care to learn. They can just wait and throw it to an open guy. They also can move around and wait till somebody gets open rather than have to sit and read and wait and anticipate and find the open guy. They can wait for someone to get open. That's kind of the difference, right? Sitting in the pocket, waiting and reading a defense and pointing it and throwing it to where the open guy is going to be versus like moving around. Then you see the guy open and whip it to him as hard as you can. That's the kind of slight difference in play with Mahomes and Brady. And with kind of mobile and non-mobile quarterbacks, Ravens will punt it. Yeah, I would say mobility provides a lot of options, but it also seems to be something that inhibits ability to read a defense a little bit. Because again, you don't necessarily have to be patient and wait and like learn to trust your guts and trust your instincts and honing craft and sort of develop those kind of instincts to be like, oh, I can trust this anticipation that I know with this route he's going to be open because I know what that defense looks like. I know how those players out in the secondary are going to move in response to my receiver. I know as long as he goes to here like he's supposed to, I'm going to have that open throw every single time or most of the time. But because the guy's just kind of like mobile, the same thought process, like all I have to do is not get hit until he's open at that spot and then whip the ball to him at that spot. That's kind of the difference, I think, right? And the options is that like if that guy doesn't end up getting open for a player like a pocket quarterback who isn't like super mobile or something like that, he probably just checks it. He just checks it down and gets rid of it. Whereas like a guy kind of scrambling around, maybe something else breaks open and he can kind of like whip it to somebody else. That again, that scrambling kind of opens up the receivers a little bit better, I think. But I think it's kind of like a hamper on good play. Which is why I think Jalen Hurts is the only pure scrambling quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl. Right? I'm thinking, yeah, he is. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Last year, we had the very first ever scrambler win a Super Bowl. Mahomes is a gunslinger. I don't know what to consider early Russell Wilson, though. Still think it's insane. He won a Super Bowl with Marquez Gelding, Mecole Hardman, Juju. Well, and Travis Kelce, but it's kind of like when the Patriots won a Super Bowl against the Falcons with Chris Hogan, Danny Edelman, or Danny Amendola and Julian Edelman. I think Gronk was hurt for that game, so he wasn't able to play. No, did he play in the Falcons Super Bowl? I don't think Gronk was available for the Falcons Super Bowl. Do you think that's a pretty crazy Super Bowl win with James White in the backfield and 3 short white wide receivers? Yeah, dog, that's all we had. And I don't even think Gronk was healthy, so I don't even know if we had him. I don't think we did. I think that was all we had was Jules, Chris Hogan, and Danny Amendola. That was our whole squad that game. That shit fucking blew ass, dog, but we were balling out. Nobody had it. Nobody could do it like Tom, dude. That shit was ridiculous. We should not have won the Super Bowl with that trio of receivers. We should have got laughed off the field. They should have been like, nah, man. Again, I still think that's exactly... Is that his son? Is that Hayward's son on the team? Has he been playing that fucking long, dude? This will be the last play of the third. Steelers dump it out. They'll get a first down. I guess if you have him when you're like 17, 18, I guess that would... He'd be in the NFL by now. Huh. Must be like a practice squad guy who's getting to play a little bit today. Just doing the family like a fun favor. He's literally just like Hayward's son, who's like 22. They cannot play a game with my son. Just one. And they're like, yeah, sure, fuck it. If you really want to, I guess. No, I'm not really a basketball guy. I don't believe the sport is a very honest sport. I don't trust the league. And it's a darn shame because I used to like basketball. And now it seems like every 2 to 3 years there's a giant scandal about how they're like fixing games and shit that happens. And it's like, all right, well, I don't know if I can watch this much anymore. Yeah, that basketball is the one sport where I'll say, yeah, that shit's fake. It feels very WWE. Sometimes, like, if you were rigging a sport, it would look like the NBA. Like the craziest shit, like, I don't know. I don't know if I trust that game. Billups a coach. He got caught up in some shit too. Because it's the easiest sport to make guys miss baskets on purpose. I don't even know if it's by players. I think that the NBA just rigs it. I think the league just controls who wins and loses through its refs. Calling weird fouls or inconsistent about, I don't know. There's like the refs are constantly getting busted, Fernando. You should look into it. It's like a weird, it's like, why does this keep happening? Yeah, like there's like some proof that the first like yeah, their lottery system is also kind of fucked. It's like, wow, Dallas got the #1 pick the year they traded Luka. That's crazy. Baseball is impossible to rig, I think, because it's just the oddity of hitting the ball. It's so hard to do, even if you know it's coming. It's like, fuck, dude. The NFL, there's almost too many people. Somebody would have snitched by now. It's 56 guy rosters, plus like a 20-man practice squad. So like, there's like several thousand people that like per year in the NFL. Someone scorned by now would have said something. There's way too many people involved. And I think it's the same for all sports, by the way. It's just with the NBA, they keep getting in trouble with the officials like rigging games or like calling games weird or shaving points. And I'm like, man, there's just something weird about that. I don't know if I trust it. 2nd and 5 coming up. I'm going to go get some more soda real quick. I'll be right back. All right, what do we got? 2nd and 15. What happened? There are insider refs to put in to extend series. Yeah, that's the kind of shit I'm talking about. It's like weird. It's a hard product to trust. Specifically, little basketball D1 schools, they've been caught up left and right. Yeah, I don't know. Basketball is a weird sport. Just awful suspicious, and they keep getting in trouble for shit. And it's like, 3rd and 8. Rodgers throws. He gets a first down to MVS. Pats and Chargers are a combined 9-0 in prime times. Somebody's got to lose. I don't think it's going to be a team like us. They couldn't beat the Broncos. Fringe. I feel like nobody's afraid of the Broncos as the 1 seed. No one's afraid of us as the 2 seed, but I feel like nobody cares that the Broncos are the 1 seed. There might have been a little bit of panic if everyone had to come to New England, but it's like you still all have to unless you're the Broncos. And that was a slight overthrow. Starks is beside himself because he wasn't able to pick it. 2nd and 10. Dun, 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 dun. A decent game anyway. How many likes we up at? 13? That's not bad at all. It's pretty good. Just leave a like if you haven't already. It helps out a ton. Hopefully we do make them to regret what they've done. I just hope we don't get hoed out by the officials like we usually do. Yeah, it's one of us, and it sucks that it's probably going to come down to that for the AFC Championship because it's like directly heading that way, and that's very funny that it's heading that way. You have to kill the Buffalo Bills. Or get killed by them. I don't know. It's going to suck ass. Rodgers gets out of a... no, he didn't. 4th and 11 after the sack. They'll probably have to... Is he dead? Okay, he got up. All right. Again, the funniest outcome is the Patriots win the Super Bowl this year. Not just because it would put us at the #1 team in NFL history. Officially, it would just be really funny to go right from the Chiefs run to everyone being panicked because the Patriots are good again. Everyone's going, yeah, they only won the Super Bowl because of the easy schedule, though. Do you know what's crazy? It feels like I haven't heard about easy schedules. Did their player not touch the ball? Is that not the Steelers' ball? Yeah, no, 100%. Because they were like 4-0 versus Chiefs in the right. Yeah, it's the Chiefs win in the regular. The Bills get regular season games, and then the Chiefs win the playoffs. Okay, no players touch the ball. No, taunting is a post-snap play. Touchdown would still count. Nope, can't. So it's after a snap. It's an after play penalty. Either way, 13-10. Baltimore takes over at their own 29 with 10:52 to go in the game. 13-10, Steelers lead. Dun 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 dun. I can't, Fernando. That's bad football. We both know that. You know, they could have chose a slightly better matchup for the final game of the season. They had so many options. And they went with the one that was guaranteed to be under 20 points. Like, damn it, why would you go with this one? We all knew there would be no points scored in this son of a bitch. Why did we go with this game? It's not bad. It's not like it's a bad game. It's just it's a super low scoring, painful thing to watch. This game is 7 hours long. This started at 6:00 p.m. today. They said they're playing by college clock rules for some reason, which is terrible. Oh, wait, no, I think the college clock always runs or never runs. I don't know. I don't know how college football works. I don't watch that shit. You know what's crazy is eventually I'm going to be right that college football is a bad product. Now that everybody gets paid, everybody's kind of looking at it like, you know, these guys do kind of suck for the amount of money they're making. I don't want to watch this horse shit. And it's really not that fun because I can't root for a team because all the players leave all the time. I'm telling you, people are going to stop liking college football as much as they do because it's just a shittier version of the NFL now. Ravens get a completion to the Baltimore 44. I like NIL that the players are getting paid. That's not my contention. It's just shitty football is my problem with college football. If they played good ball, I'd love college football. I would not care about the whole fucking players. I mean, good. They deserve to be paid. I didn't know that the NFL. There's an injury on the field. Voorhees is the injured Raven. I didn't know the NCAA knew what they were holding back, and they might have been right. Like, you don't want this mid-tier ass shit getting paid. It'll ruin the game. They were right. I thought they were going to take a TV timeout, but they didn't for this guy. They're like, he's fine. Yeah, clock is ticking for Baltimore here. But they're only down by 3. The Steelers just get the ball? No, okay, they didn't. All right. 2nd down and 8. Most obvious 20-17 finish. Yeah. Yup. So do we all think Clayton Tune should be the new Packers starting quarterback over Jordan Love? I think this was the first time I ever saw the Packers look good at quarterback in a long time. This game was not Clayton Tune's fault. He was just getting more and more violence out of it. Chris Collinsworth is just depressed and psychotic since Mahomes has been out. Yeah, that's cool. We get unhinged Chris Collinsworth, who needs a new guy to like. He's gonna fall in love with Drake May on a Sunday night on a Sunday, January 11th night, Fernando. Oh, he's gonna fall in love with Drake May. All he's gonna talk about is the comparisons. 3rd and 4. See what the Ravens dial up. Lamar gets out of a sack. Steps up. Chucks it. And Zay Flowers just caught like a 50-yard touchdown. That was clean. That was real clean. I don't think you can really draw that up much better. That's vintage. That's what Lamar brings. See what I'm talking about? How like a scrambler can bring something weird to the table like that. You just got to break away and wait for someone to get open. And then there's that little bit of read right there. He knew he had just a straight shot. He saw his player get behind the defense, and that was that. You know what's crazy is if they show that again, you could see the exact moment where Lamar sees that he's behind the defender and he chucks it. And I loved that. I really like the way that looks from the backwards angle of the play. That looks so cool. Show that shit again. Don't show that angle. Show it from the other side. Because that was a beautiful read on that defense right there. That was a really nice play. Just like that, Ravens take back the lead. It's 17-13. Mountain Dew. Well, not really Mountain Dew. I guess Moon Mist from Faygo. But it's a Mountain Dew equivalent. Or something like it. But it's like a more Michigan pop. No drinking tonight. Just sody pop. Dun dun na 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 na. I hate how long commercial breaks are. Pop, that's what we called it in Kansas. Yeah, it's like someplace, I don't know. It's a different throughout. Michigan calls it pop. You want the Steelers to win? I have the Steelers winning, but I think it's going to be the Ravens. Yeah, it feels like the Ravens are going to win. But you never know. Still plenty of game. 8:42 to go. Soda in most places. It's Coke a lot in the South. In Idaho, they call it God's tears. I'm not even sure what's up with them people. They're just like, oh, you go in the store for some of that God's tears. Like, yeah, what kind do you want? They're like, I want a Coca-Cola. It's like, ew. You're getting close. God's tears is what they call it, not God's tear. Yeah, so people in Idaho are strange. Watch the Steelers run the kickback. It went out of bounds. It was also short of the, I think that went well short of the thing, so I think that's going to be at the 40. All tea is sweet tea. I know in like Georgia, I think almost all pop is called Coke. Like I know in Alabama, I think it's a similar thing where they call a lot of it's just all Coke. I think Texas, they all call it Coke. I know for sure in Texas, that's how they refer to it. Like, what kind of Coke you want? Mountain Dew. The fucking slack-jawed idiots. Cola, too. Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah, I've heard it called Cola, Coca-Cola, or Coke, yeah. They call it pop here in the Midwest. Yeah, in the Midwest, it's pop, yeah. RC Cola. Yeah, RC Cola is good. I think RC Cola is a little bit better than Coca-Cola, actually. Like, unless you're getting Coke from, like, McDonald's or, like, a super carbonated place, I feel like RC Cola is just more consistently good. What a run by Gainwell. Yeah, I'm pretty Stafford. Is that going to be your AFC and NFC championships, you think, Fernando? Looks like they might go to an injury timeout. Wiggins was injured on the play. Yeah, I don't know why. I think people think it's like a poor, shitty brand of soda, so they don't want to drink it. They'd rather drink Coca-Cola, which is crazy. Despite the fact that RC Cola is $1.50 for a 2-liter. And Coke for a 2-liter is like $6 now. Like, why are you spending so much money? You could save half the money for something that tastes, honestly, a little bit better. RC Cole is all over my state. Which pretty fortunate. Pretty fortunate. But it'll be 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 38 after the Steelers resume play. It's an injury timeout for Wiggins. So we'll probably see the Steelers go after the backup corner. Yeah, if you live by a Dollar General, a Dollar Tree, they'll always have them. Again, they're cheaper pops, you know. Sometimes poor people stuff just fucking hits way better. It's way tastier. I'm dying. Yeah, and the RC Cola is great. Yeah, Cheeto, yeah. Distributors control who has access to what beverages. Dogfish Head Beer had to fight against distribution tyrants. Yeah, it's pretty bad. That's why if your state has Faygo, you should try it out. It's really good, but it's kind of hard to get out of Michigan, I think. 9.2 hours. That's pretty good. I streamed a lot of football this weekend. And then we have the playoffs coming up. I'm basically just warming up for the playoffs because I'm probably going to do at least 2 games each day. I don't know if I can do Monday, though, because I might have class. We'll figure it out, though. May just be like a late stream. Yeah, dude, it's bad. It's pretty bad. Pepsi's gotten ridiculous. Mountain Dew is not affordable for the common man. It's enough to make you want to run for office. You just run on one campaign. I swear to make the Mountain Dew more affordable in this country. That means we have to hold the tyrants at Pepsi Corporation responsible and accountable for all the wrongs they've done to hardworking Americans. This is the fattest campaign of all time. They're saying they can feel the weight of this campaign across the world. Literally. Yeah, I like it. I wish it wasn't such a rip-off price. Mix with barbecue with or booze. Generic works fine. Yeah, pretty much. RC Cola is good to mix with as well, if you like that. Making Code Red affordable again. Yeah, make Mountain Dew affordable again. Dr. Pepper passed Pepsi for the second place in the most drink pop in the world. Kevin's a Coke guy. False start. It'll be 3rd down and 8 now. Instead of 3rd and 3, they have to back it up 5. Steelers have it 3rd and 8 at the 36 with 6 minutes, 8 seconds to play in the game. Oh, you drink? Hell yeah. Are you like a Diet Coke guy? I know a lot of people like, ugh. Damn, that almost knocked me unconscious. What a catch by Fryermuth to the 5. Dr. Pepper is awesome for cooking meats. Yeah, because there's a ton of good flavor in Dr. Pepper, so it probably pops out really well when making like BBQ sauce. Diet Coke ain't bad. It's better than Diet Dr. Pepper. Yeah, I wouldn't have Diet Dr. Pepper. That sounds disgusting. But I don't know. I'm not a real big diet guy. I drink pop for the sugar in it, not because there is not sugar. You know what I mean? Nope, just classic Coke, but the vanilla is a close second. Fair enough. Fair enough. If I ever needed to stop drinking pop, it would be difficult, but I could probably do it. I just don't want to cut. It's just, man, I don't know where I'm gonna get my caffeine from because I don't like coffee. It smells like something I wouldn't enjoy. And I drank it, I believe, once when I was a young child, when I was like 10, and I was like, ugh, and I never drank it again. No, I don't like energy drinks. Well, if I had to stop drinking pop because of the sugar issues in it, a lot of those other things also have sugar in them. You know what I mean? So it's not. I can't like a lot of those things are out of the picture. It would just be water, and I'm like, well, where the fuck am I supposed to get energy from? So I'd probably just have to kill myself. No, I'm just gonna stay in good, like pretty good shape my whole life, and just not get into a spot where I can't have sugar, and I'll be good to go. I'll be one of those 95-year-olds on the news in the future where they're like, and this old man named Rob drinks a 2 liter a day of soda. Just, yeah, I'm out here making moves. Like that old lady who lived to like 104 who's been drinking Dr. Pepper like every day since she was like 8. She's like, yeah, every day I have Dr. Pepper all day. And she lived till like 105. Not even kidding. That's a real story. She said the secret to her long life was Dr. Pepper. And I think that's just having a little bit of joy. And well, 3rd and goal to the 2. 4.5 minutes to play. I'm going to focus in a little bit here and call the play as it's happening rather than just saying what happened. Rodgers is yelling for people to hurry the fuck up. Your diet. Pop is worse. It's probably better for people as far as like there isn't sugar in it. Oh, it's communication issues. Okay, I got it. Empty backfield. Steelers are gonna have to burn the timeout. 3:53 to go. Well, they have one left. No, they have none left. So that was their final timeout. Oof. Yeah, the brain does need sugars, and I just don't trust like aspartame and shit like that, and like fake sugar. I don't trust that they're safe alternatives. Damn, almost made another 2 hours. Diet lime. No, I didn't know they did that. That's funny. Like lime Coke. That sounds. That'd probably be pretty good to mix drinks with, I suppose. Probably be my last beer. I just came back from taking a piss, walking kind of sideways. You know, it's getting pretty late. It's like 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, depending on where you're at, maybe. You got to get up and work tomorrow. Yeah, it's probably time to cut it off. It sounds like you're at that nice spot. Or it's like if you stop, the probably won't be no hangover. All right, it's night. They run it in 1917. Marinade. Fago fireworks. A lot of people like Fago. There's all kinds of good Fago drinks. I was gonna say in Ohio, you guys probably got Fago all over. Most obvious 20. Yeah, I mean, we'll see if it is. Which beer is up for bongs now? There you go. What do we got? If they go to a commercial, I'm probably going to go I'm going to go probably fire up a bogey real fast. And I'll be back in like 2 minutes. But it doesn't look like they're going to go to a commercial break quite yet. So it looks like I'm still here because it's 11:15 and the game isn't over yet. Like, yeah, this game's going way too long. We got to hurry this shit the fuck up. Bum, 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 bum. There's someone said he's going to play another year. I don't think he's decided that yet. But there, Kevin was saying earlier, he said he's probably going to play another year. Yeah, I've covered just the second half of this game, and it's taken an hour and 40 minutes to get to this point. There's no way the first half of this game took just an hour to complete. Unless it did, and I'm just like, I caught the longest part of this fucking game somehow. We'll see where life goes. Oh, yeah, he's done then. All right. Could be. Depending on what Baltimore and Lamar Jackson do here. I genuinely thought the Ravens just fumbled the kickoff for some reason. They didn't at all, but I don't know why I thought that. Tomlin's been getting his players fired up in this game. Here we go. 3:43 to play. 3 timeouts for Baltimore. None for the Steelers. 2-minute warning to work with. Ravens going to go with a handoff to start off the drive. Second down and 9 coming up. By the way, if you haven't dropped the like yet, consider doing so. We have 13 right now. We're looking to hopefully get a few more before the end of the stream. Thank you if you can. 3 minutes to play. Oh, please don't let this fucking game go to overtime. 2:50 and counting. At the 2-minute warning, I'm probably going to go rip a bogey real fast. Unless they don't go to commercial break. Nobody wants that shit, Fernando. Find out. Yeah, we'll find out probably faster than that, Kevin. Only 2.5 minutes left. Would the Ravens take a timeout? The dumbass use of a timeout. Third and 1. I must have missed a play. Yeah, I did not see the play that just happened. It's 3rd and 1. Lamar's looking. They take a shot downfield to a wide open Zay Flowers. He's gone. Touchdown. Once again, Zay Flowers. This one goes for 64 yards, but there is a flag down. We'll see what the flag is. I think it's on Pittsburgh. I think it's on TJ Watt, even. It's on the defense. Damn. Really? Conworth was screaming about it? Yeah, he was ridiculously open. My goodness. 64-yard touchdown pass to fucking Zay Flowers. Back-to-back drives for Zay. Sheesh. 2:20 to play, though. They left a lot of time on that clock. But if they hit this extra point, you got to score a touchdown to win it if you're Pittsburgh. 24-20. Ravens take the lead. Well, this is an exciting finish. Hell yeah, this rules now. Oh, what the? I'll be able to hear the I'll hear the eventually. Oh man, he was wide open. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, Steelers can't be going to the playoffs, dog. If this is how they're gonna play, they're gonna gas the Texans fans up into thinking they could play offense. Yeah, he. I don't know what happened. He just blew right by him. What a play. 2:20 to go. Steelers have no timeouts. They have a 2-minute warning to work with as far as time stops. There's a kick. It'll be a touchback. 1st and 10 at the 35. That's so funny. Aaron's a maestro in these kind of situations. Very few QBs you'd rather have. Let's see. Caught. And all the way to the Baltimore. That was a big pickup for 19. All the way to the Baltimore 49. Ooh, 2 minutes to go. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go rip a bogue. I'll be right back. Not even a minute. All right, I'm back. Checks it down to the number 14, who's going to break a tackle, and he's all the way inside the 20, or inside the 30. Big play. Yeah, they have no timeouts here. Minute 17, minute 15. They're taking their sweet old time. Minute 9, minute 8, they hike it. Rodgers floats one, incomplete. Minute 2 to go. Minute 3 to go, rather. Second down and 10. (24-20) Ravens lead with a minute 3 to play. No timeouts for Pittsburgh, 3 for the Ravens. I will. Rodgers misses again. Everyone's looking on the Steelers is looking for a flag, but they don't get one. It'll be 3rd and 10. 1 minute remains. Well, you want to get the clock going a bit. That way the Ravens can't really utilize the time. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Austin got wide open at the end there. 26-24. Steelers take the lead with 55 seconds to play. What an unbelievable ending to this game right now. Now the Steelers got to hold for 1 minute. Ravens have 3 timeouts in 55 seconds. Can they hold back Zay this time? Even Derrick Henry's like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's what I mean. Did they score too soon? They missed. Oh my fucking God. Wow, man. We're really blessed to see this kind of game. Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think I've literally ever seen Boswell miss a PAT. Oh, my God. So it'll be 26-24. Ravens need 3 to win. There's no way it's going to end on a missed PAT, dog. Guess this night, yeah, I guess so. (2023) Jesus. Ravens going to return it. Oh, no. To the Baltimore 48. Are you joking? What a return. He needs like 10 yards and he sets it up. Damn, dog. If you're Boswell, your stomach is just sinking right now. Boy, if you're the Steelers defense, that's brutal. Second and 3. Walker with the catch. Steelers defense needs to force that ball out of their hands. 2nd and 3 at the Pittsburgh 45. 43 seconds to play. Flag on the play. I don't think that one's going to count. I think it'll be 2nd and 8 coming up. Yeah, it's illegal formation. Ball back to the 50. Ooh, big break. Of all the kicks to miss. 2nd down and 7, sorry. Ball it around the 50. Well, it's at the 50. If you're the Steelers, you're just praying for a miss here. Lamar just throws it away. I'm not really sure why he didn't want to hit DeAndre. Yeah, they just got about the biggest break they could have because Lamar just randomly missed DeAndre bad. Like, whoo, that was a bad miss. 3rd and 7. Ball's at the 50. Mind-boggling right now, this game. Lamar just that should be intentional grounding, but he's way out of the pocket. 21 seconds to go. It's 4th down and 7. Ravens have all their timeouts left. Can they hold this? Ravens take a timeout. They have 2 remaining. What a game. 26-24. Steelers lead with 21 seconds. It's 4th down and 7 for the Ravens. They have it at their own 50. They have to go for it here. Acrisure Stadium's losing their mind. A win and the Steelers will host the Houston Texans. A win and the Ravens will host the Houston Texans. What'll happen? Oh, no. 14 seconds. They take their 2nd timeout. They complete it to like the 22. Isaiah Likely with a huge catch. Oh, man. Ramsey got over there a little too late to make anything happen. Yeah, Ramsey was way too deep on that play. Damn. That might be it for the Steelers season, boys. They can just, they're going to just kneel this and take the field goal try. Oh, shit. Imagine they missed this fucking thing. Two seconds. Oh, man. In the cold. Yeah, I mean, he could boof this kick. His nerves could get in the way. You just slice it. Theoretically, just about anything could happen. Here we go. It's up. He missed. No way he missed. Steelers win 26-24. The kid choked. He choked. He fucking choked. I knew that was about to happen. I almost was like in the biggest kick since Justin Tucker, and they miss it. No way. Well, the Steelers win the AFC North. They will host the Houston Texans. 10-7 for Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin blows a kiss. Might have just seen the last game of Derrick Henry, too. The Ravens, who've lived off their special teams for so long, it finally fails them, and they are eliminated. 8-9 for Baltimore. Pittsburgh improves to 10-7. What a game is right. What a finish. Like, we seen Zay Flowers have 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter to put the Ravens up twice. We seen the Steelers go down and answer them twice, miss the extra point. Ravens get it to 4th down and like 7. Lamar throws a prayer up to Isaiah Likely, who catches it at like the 20. They just do a kneel down to get it to 2 seconds, and they miss the game winner. What a last 5-6 minutes of football that was. What a game. What a finish. What an end to the season. By the way, if you haven't left a like, consider doing so. Yeah, Boswell, you know his asshole just unclenched, and he was like, oh, thank God. Oh. Whew. That was, 14-13. What a finish. What a lucky little end for Pittsburgh. And the Ravens' season of hard knocks kind of comes to its own bitter close. We'll see. Like Kevin said, is this the end of Harbaugh? We'll see. They could move on. Hey, sometimes you just miss them. Damn, that's crazy. I don't know what's going to happen with Lamar with the Ravens. Hey, I had the Steelers winning this game, so I'm not sure why you have to what you told me, J-Cam. Mike Tomlin finds a way. Water always rises. Or finds a level, you know. At the beginning of the year. Yeah, that's a good prediction. JK, not many people like me predicted the Panthers would be a playoff team this year, so I had a pretty good prediction. I don't remember what I had him going. I probably had him going 9-8. I probably just defaulted him to their usual record under Mike Tomlin. Congrats to the Steelers. First big division title in a while, 5 years. Yeah, Carolina was my dark horse team, and they nailed it. All right, though, everyone. It's getting pretty late. I'm going to wrap up. I will be live again tomorrow to sort of wrap up the regular season and kind of like a playoff prediction stream, wrapping up the regular season stream. We'll kind of predict like awards that'll be won, all that fun stuff. But I'm going to get out of here. I've streamed a lot today, so appreciate y'all. Thank you for hanging out. Fun streams, fun end of the season here. Now we go into the playoffs. Oh, no, yeah, I agree, J-Cam. People said the Steelers were cooked this year, and now they're the division champions. You know, so good for the Steelers. Good call. Yeah, what a good game. What a way to finish the season. Game 272 lived up to the hype. Good call by the schedule makers to put that as the finale. All right, though. I'll see y'all later. Congrats, Jacob. Good job on the division win. What a finish. Good luck with the Texans next week. Yeah, that was a crazy finish. It wasn't looking good after you missed the extra point. But all right, everyone. I'm out of here. Thank you so much for a fun stream. I got to get going. I'm pretty beat for today. So I'll see y'all tomorrow for an end of season stream if you want to come by. Make sure you leave a like on the way out if you haven't already. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you for everyone who's hung out. Appreciate y'all. As always, it's Go Lions, Go Tigers, and of course, it's always Go Patriots. Have a good night, and see you next time.